through.
And I'm not saying that you have to be necessarily present and doing the same thing I'm doing, but putting nation working, or at least asking what it is that I can do. Me and Najee was just talking about that yesterday. I got no qualms with it, right? Yo, God, why do you come to everybody? Because everybody is not like mine. Why are you screaming? Because you need to hear that. I thought that I cook food. But see, one of the many statements we make is that we are judged by our works and our deeds. Now listen to this. You ain't never got to come to a law school and sweep. You ain't never got to come to the law school, man, or anywhere for that matter. But at the very least, be a productive member of society in this world. That's what the law says do. We ain't here to hate. And although I didn't say who the black man is, who the white man is, we teach all human families, man. We're not here to, listen, we're anti anything that's against the growth and development of this here. And I'm not with apathy and laziness. And I brought up the God and a few other brothers, y'all as well. You know what I mean? And peace to those that's sitting in these seats, that's actually listening and not hearing. You know, because it's about learning reciprocally. Let me sit and hear what's being said. That's why it's in the popularity contest. That's why we had to put order, right? We had to put order to, you want to come in? Sign in. Because see, the school we were originally from is who screamed the loudest to get up here. Many moons ago. I'm next. No! And then, that was just, but the presentation wasn't right. Because you want healthy, strong, good breathing from you when you do that. You very well may have something very bad to say, but because of how I treated my brother, I agree with them. Right? So we decided, hey man, we're gonna get up in the fire, sign in. There's order to what we do. And the stakeholders decided to just do that. Everyone is a stakeholder. That's why we go among you. What's your name? Where are you from? If you're a true 5%. What's today's mathematics? What you doing for us, man? Or what your life look like? You know, yeah, we can all sit up here. Listen, I'm not, listen. A law school in Mecca is my alma mater. Everybody's for that matter. So, it's the reason I'm gonna jump on there like a whole lot of us to make sure that's right. There and abroad. I support anybody in our nation. My home to come equals theirs a year to every mile. So I'm there supporting them. But you need to understand that the parliament also is the universal gathering, right, of us coming together for the purpose of building and teaching. If you're not teaching, right, and I don't mean blowing hot air. I'm not gonna sit here and browbeat you neither. That's my favorite deal. I'm repetitive with that one. You gotta watch the people that get up here. Like Sal, you scream loud. But when I hear them, it's not, I'm not downing you. I'm emphatically stressing my point. There's some people I have to usher because for 15, 20 minutes, they want to talk, beat you in the head about how you're nothing. Oh, we ain't building. Oh, we ain't doing this. No, that ain't what's happening. Building's going to build regardless to whom or what. But wisdom means to be what? Wise, that's right. I know who I need to speak to and go to get some things done. I ain't gonna speak there, no question. Because you're not gonna do nothing. You wanna eat, wipe your lips, son. When's the next party? I'll come to the show and prove, but I'm not gonna sweep, mop. I'm not gonna do security. Yeah, we'll take the $10, absolutely we need that. But what are you going to do? And oh, well, listen to this one. Let something happen to those that are stakeholders that have something to do with the responsibilities of this nation. I'll break my neck trying to scream on that sad voice. Ain't you 75% taker? Ain't you standing with you in Parliament? Ain't you off the cultural management? And what you doing? See, you go straight to them when something wrong happened, right? But when I needed your help, you wasn't there. No problem, though, because God manifests, build, do, destroy. We're going to elevate regardless to whom or what. Well, I'm just speaking the truth here, because more of that needs to be done. That, when you hear the crowd, like they got a family day on the Wisdom Power. I said, man, let me go to that. That's Born King and them out there in Now Just. In New Jerusalem. You know, but let me support that. Because they support us. That's our nation. Because it's about support. About physically putting in work to elevate the standards of where we are. And lastly, let me say this. I know I'm going to get a whole lot of phone calls with this one. So we got 3 ideas going on. They're one. Check this one. You got the foundation of the school.
I'm doing good, though.
We're still talking prefab, which has something to do with that. And we're about improvement of the school. But in all those things that I just named, they have to be grounded in 1 to 9. Mathematics 1 to 9. If it is not that, then that idea, see, because you know, because today's degree refers to, you know, Yahoo enforcing all laws, rules, and regulations while manufacturing them, right? But we change the polarity. We're talking about how we enhance the standards of who we are and enforcing the science of living mathematics as taught to us by our law. And by our law, a black man who came arm-made, laid arm-made, and empowered everyone here with the knowledge and wisdom to do what they needed to do. But he was a stakeholder. Why was he a stakeholder? Because, check this one in. And I'm going to conclude on this note. I kind of say that a lot, but I'm going to conclude. Yeah, because you know, they knocked King, he was in his 30s. They knocked Malcolm, he was in his 30s. And knocked the Law, he was the oldest, he was 41. Right? But what the Law did was when he seen that Harlem, which is the heartbeat in the world, especially then, right? That's the black Mecca. That was about ready to go up. Nah, yo, son, come on. Let's go, man. Gathered the guards together, and they stopped it right there in the school. You don't even hear about that. That was paramountly big. Because you're in Harlem during the 60s, and you facilitated righteously a protest. Of course, both the good and the bad now wanted to know who Allah is. But Allah understood in his community, he needed to be a stakeholder. Stakeholder, man, because it's where I live. That's why he said, man, go to work, go to school. We ain't overthrowing no government. You're the natural landlord. I squared off, man, right here at Mount Marlin Park so you can live in Syria somewhere. Our history best records that. We travel all over the world. Allah just came with it, like Ron Prince said, with a particular knowledge and wisdom at that time to give to us, but it's linked to who we are as original people. But make no mistake, we're not here to get up here to speak and sound good. What's your work? What are you doing? What are you doing for us, man? No, you ain't got to, check this one in. And when I ask that question, not so much what are you doing for the school, what's your life look like? What are you doing with that? I don't shoot the wound, because I didn't get shot when I was doing my thing out here, acting crazy. All the guards did, you know, they peacefully told me, look, I'm talking to you here for a minute. Yeah, no question. Yeah. At what point are you going to stop? So you like cook food, but you need to stop that. Like Jesus said in the Bible, give the devil his, and you give the righteous theirs. But you ain't gonna have two. You ain't gonna do two of them. You ain't gonna wear the flag and the crown to my God, but you caught up. Now I ain't talking about homelessness and all that. I get that, God. Reach out to your family. And what I mean by that is that because you're down, that don't mean that I kick you because you're down. But you got the solution, God. You got complete knowledge and wisdom of the cycle, hopefully. That's everything in the universe. That's the matters keep you back. Like you put your backside in that fix, you get about out of that. And the reason why I speak adamantly like Sal and others, because we understand that reality. And there's no help in this nation if I'm not doing the right thing. But we need to continue to be stakeholders. And I agree with you, God. I ain't here with the argument, with the Facebook and you don't listen, man. I ain't got time for that. Get up out of here, man. You a man? You got disagreement? They come, we building because there's different ways we build. Well, I get caught up in that. And like right now, the God was whispering to me, mathematics, your God, because that's the way we communicate now. Two ways. I'm looking at you, but we electronically engaged in these signs. You can't be naive with that. But again, our wisdom builds because we're wise. I know I'm not gonna get on there and whatever. Tell my brother, me and my brother Kyle there. I tell him, get on there. Don't worry about it, man. Keep doing what you gotta do. Because you gotta come to me and get at me or my family, creep ass individual, right? I speak like that too, right? And you're not building. And you stay where you at. Because we ain't got time, we don't have no time for that, man. We've been on this earth for trillions of years. And that was only because we were looking for things outside of ourselves for trillions of years, before the creation of the white man and Yahoo. Because what's the 10th degree say? What was that mystery God? There is none. The Son of Man searched for that mystery God for what? Trillions. That's how long he's been here. Physically walking. Right? Lost the knowledge of himself, and he looking into the knowledge and wisdom. The stakeholders had to come back. Come here, man. Come here. Come here. Take the flag off. Take the flag off, man. Look. And when you're ready, come on back. When you're ready, when you're ready, come on back. Yeah, we do that too. We enforce the law. I'll beat you where you stand. I'll beat you where you stand. I said that in French. I will beat you. I never got that one. I got that from the demon. You better, just because you speak the truth and you're a stakeholder, I physically try to get at you too. Make no mistake, that still exists. Don't get comfortable here. Your enemy ain't playing, he's formidable. I put a flag, I seen it done. They put a flag on somebody while y'all was marching. While y'all went to City Hall and sent an agent with a Book Brothers suit. This was the one when Dumas spoke at City Hall. And Colleen and them said, yo, God, stay at the school. Umar Khan, stay at the school, God. I'm glad I did. That was the James Bond moment there. Yeah, this is how deep that science was. And that degree spoke violence. And the man, Mr. Fung, who was there facilitating, you not taking the school from us, confirmed when I went to Umar, who is this guy, by the way? Oh no, he's with us. I said, God, here's his flag. You playing games, but make no mistake. You've come a long way, and we got a long way to go. But you, like I said, you the true and living God, he's the true and living God. He ain't playing with you. He's not. And I ain't here to be paranoid. Like the God said, it's a peaceful day. All the above was caused by the Son of Man. But we're not going to negate speaking the truth here neither. And we need the premise and the nucleus of what I'm saying is that you need to be a stakeholder. And here's what I'm talking about. You ain't got nothing to do, come to the school. Hey God, what y'all doing? You need school sweep them out? You need grass cut? What do you need done? Ask that, what do you, peace to the God. What's your name, God? Tell him your name. Why? Come out of nowhere. Jump over the gateway. Here, God, boom. What do you need? Here, let me work. I got some work. Okay, bad, right? No, I didn't need a march or whatever, but I beautified what's there. Here go my physical work. You can see the tangibility of what I did. What did you do? What did you give us any water? What? Yeah, we asked. I brought up again universal justice and a handful of brothers because when the call was made, again, here go the stakeholders. It was only the stakeholders who came. And then when we huddled, okay, who's going to do this? That means you have to work from 1 to 9. After you come from work, to come here. Your word is your bond. You got to hold this down. You got to make sure these vendors is this is that. Make sure the school is this. Okay, God, I'll be there. Last shot, I'm in the background. When the God's calling me, oh God, my back, yeah, cause my leg, I just went to the doctor, so what? I got you king who can barely walk. That's there every day. Every day. Huh? Are we? I got brothers with disabilities who've been around years, months, and days putting it in. I got men who could, and women who could backflip, leaps and bounds, and just walk by like it's a social club. Peace, God was good. What you're doing? What we doing? So again, man, to be a stakeholder means someone who's putting the work in. What am I doing? Peace to the queen, she's bringing the baby. Right. That's what we're talking about. If I don't do nothing else, I'm gonna bring now. Something, God. Because all that's relative to what we're doing. But this is, again, this is not church. Because you sat there. I went to the rally. So what? What did you do there? Huh? Check this dude, didn't you went there? What's my brother's name right there? Did you ask him? Yeah, huh? You walking around here breaking bread and socializing. Who do you know? Did you ask him what's the day mathematics? Is he in tune with the tools to safeguard himself from devil's civilization? How well does he know it? How do you see me to understand? Huh? We're not, I'm in my 60s. It's those that's older than their 70s. That taught us that. We're not beyond examination. And examination is needed because examination shows are you at this moment in time ready? Because if you're in tune with the tools of the day's mathematics, then you know what it is. And my build is add on. What's add on mean? Come with something, do something. Yeah, I'm not bragging. When my brother and my sisters and them passed, it was a handful of us. Didn't say nothing. God Justice, Born Black, myself, Born Justice, a handful just jumped in there. Others too. We waste no time. Because again, although man, we had to put it in because they wasn't there. That's what they taught me. John taught me that. Technically, we've been wasting no time for that. So let me get in there, let me do what I gotta do. And I take criticism. You know, my face don't change if you tell me I'm doing something wrong. That's needed as well. But at least coming off of that. Well, peace to you, man. You know, I see you every day. I see you every parliament. But this parliament is a universal gathering for us to come together with the purpose of teaching. Yes, we enact laws and enhance, you know, what we need to do, right? And to make that science born to us. I'm not up here. This is not a popularity contest. This is not church. I don't need to sit here talking here and you talk about from beginning to end how you took a transformation in your life. Yeah, we already know that. You gonna go through. Everybody went through what they went through. Love, hell, all right. You here, you building, get your life together, peace. But how do you make the sign of the day's mathematics applicable? How does wisdom build and destroy? How does that apply to everybody here? And it applies to everybody here because if you're not, you need to be a stakeholder. What do you mean by stakeholder? Once again, what are you doing here for us? Or what are you doing in your life, man? What are you doing? Like, who are you? Yeah, man. The manifestation of knowledge means to know. I need to say that, man, because again, I want to pack. I want to pack the parliament. Yeah, we want to pack. But listen, man, if I'm packing it and all you're doing is just sitting there and you're not at least, that's why we pay with each other's mind. Like, what did you learn, God? You at the parliament, what did you grow up? Because the parliament's here. We don't need you here then. Because again, this ain't like, we sitting up here doing this. Oh, God said, we ain't doing that. You ain't absolved of your sin. But, okay, we build, God. Calm down, Joshua. There you go. But I want to say, man, to y'all, peace to y'all, build is build. You know what I mean? Y'all beautiful. We build regardless to whom what. Oh, lastly, yeah, I go, right? Yeah, lastly, July 16th, we have the Philly trip. July 16th, I put a flyer out, $30 a seat, right? So if you're going to see me, people tell you that the trip was nice. But with that, I'm going to say, Kai Quad lost everything big.
Hey. Peace to God's earth. Hey. Anybody that's being broadcasted live on 700 Man TV, they'll be in front of the phone because they broadcast it live. Lord Jamil just called me, actually, because they have people built in front of the phone.
Okay.
Hey, peace family. I'm God Divine Prince of Law. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
I think you can. I got a pretty big mouth, man.
You sure do.
I got big intention.
That's right.
Right? And I'm overjoyed to see that this parliament is here. I'm overjoyed seeing some faces, man, we don't see on the regular, and those we do see on the regular each and every day. Last Shah just finished building on how wisdom should build, or how we should build with our wisdom, right? I am one that knows that wisdom is not only to be wise, or wise words spoken, I also know that wisdom means to know the difference, right? The wisdom build degree in the 140 speaks of a process that Yahuwah went for his people in order to bring about the crafted man, right? My thing in saying this is, do you know the difference between today and yesterday? Because this country and other countries, matter of fact, the whole world is faced with a different paradigm than it was just a short while ago. You know what I'm saying? We're now in an age, or at a stage, man, where the devil has agendas that he's put in place to change the whole thing around. And where it's going to be your part of it, he spoke about being a stakeholder. What is going to be your stake in this new land? In the things that are coming down now, where everything is so different. The way we teach, the way we communicate with one another, the food, the drugs, like anything you can name is different now because we are in a technocratic era now, where the transhumanism, transgenderism, all these other isms, man, that you have no sense about before are now coming into play. And what's going to be our part in it? Because it seems to me that they have all these great big ideas about a new age for America, like Star Trek on steroids, like Smart City, like GMO, but they're going past GMO foods. Now they have all the laboratory foods, man. They're talking about doing away with the cattle. They're talking about taking away the automobile. We have to face it, man, that the world has changed, and unless we change, we're going to be left behind. Matter of fact, that is on the board because the whole thing, man, is to depopulate us, to take us out of here, to limit the potential of our children to progress or to prosper. To progress or to prosper. You know? It's not unknown that there are a bunch of murderers and thieves. it's not unknown, man, that everything that they do is creating chaos. It is no mystery that there's a lot of uncertainty. But our wisdom has got to build, man, for a better tomorrow, not only for this country, but especially for our young. Because they are the future. Like a lot of times, in our 50s, our 60s, our 70s, some of us are fortunate to be being here. I ain't seen so many devices to help you walk. I ain't seen so many people overweight in my life. You see that you're being affected, and you cannot sit here and turn a blind eye to what's going on. But many say, what can I do? I'm powerless. We're powerless against the intentions of the people because we do not control a damn thing. We talk about a long time, man, having our own self-government, being self-sufficient, being able to determine our own destiny, right? And time after time, this runs to the realm of desire, but realize it's got to start somewhere with someone. All of us have a role to play in this nation. You know, and you should know exactly not only what your talent is, but what you can bring to us to help this nation advance into the future. And not be stuck, man, in thinking, man, that the rules that were there in 1964 are the same rules that are going to be here in 2024. We've got to wake up and realize it, but more or less realize we've got to teach exactly what's going on. People are looking for solutions. People are in poverty because would love to take advantage of some of these things you see in the movies, on television, where it's put towards us on social media.
I'm doing good, guy. How about you, man? I was great, man. Everything is
What
getting
about our young?
treating me good, guy.
What are they making?
You be up here all the time. No choice, man. Medina.
Okay, promise, family. I've been told to inform you some things before I can get going, man. First of all,
No, but what I'm saying
the building right over there is the bathroom. The bathrooms are going to be open for the duration of this call. Also, there's 2 pages. One is for those that want to speak, and those that have nation business, please sign the second page. All right, is everybody understanding that the first sheet is for speakers, the second sheet is for those that have something to bring to us as far as nation business. Back to my point. This is not 1964, 1984, 1994. This is 2023, and you've got to realize exactly where we're at, where we stand in this nation, where our people stand. We see an influx of a whole lot of people coming from other places, and there's a reason for that. They're coming from everywhere, right? We're finding, man, that the educational system in this society, they're failing. They're failing. All this technology and all the things that they intend to put into effect, a lot of us are not up on it. Some of us barely know how to get up on Zoom, which has become a new form of us to communicate with one another. And I hope the things I'm saying will cause someone, man, to have an open ear to my intention for telling you this. I take stock of the fact, man, that we are a 5% as a teacher, but a teacher must continue to study. You've got to study and learn what is going on. Right? If you're not educated in these things, get educated because, man, they are casting you out 100%. And those of us, man, that have power and realize our power, realize that you're just not going to do anything you want to do to the divine prince or the regime or to Father Unique Supreme, to any God that understands the time. You got to understand the time. It's well and good, man, that you have love for this nation. But this is the nation not of a promise, but this is the nation also of accomplishment. We have brothers and sisters, man, that are true movers and shakers in this world. And this is not to slight anyone, because every one of you are up to the same potential. In my mind, a 5% that is just and true, that is willing to give all that he has to see our nation advance, I will support him to the hill. You may not like him, and a lot of us have this thing, man, where I don't like this one, I don't like that one. Liking's an emotion. the same as smell. And you like what you smell, you don't like what you smell. But then I question, why? Why? Where's the power? Why? It's not enough, man, just to have a question, but to have solution. And the only way you're going to find a solution to get us and our people out of hell is by keep on studying, keep on multiplying. You gotta look and see the whole picture, what they're faced with. Transgenderism is off the chain. And time after time, they got posters up, they got shows up, commercials up, and it's saying that they have the same equality that you have. But no, they have more rights than you have.
You do, yeah.
Pardon me for these old GC letters. I don't want to hit you on the head, but divine prince is certain, man, that you and I must come together, man, to be able to, man, form a means for us to go into the future, man, and not let you progress, not be stunted by the idiocy that's obvious. We're in New York, you are seeing a total police state. There's a camera everywhere. There's no getting away with anything. You'll find a man that the drugs are different. A little grain like this is